Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Dessert Spot. In this tutorial, we'll be creating a Christmas cake with a tinsel effect traveling up the cake. To do this, you're going to need some sphere molds. You could use polycarbonate or silicone. I've used a silicone mold here, and I'm painting in the cavities with some dark chocolate. You could use milk chocolate or white chocolate, totally up to you. I find that gold dust does appear a lot stronger on a darker base. Once you finish all of your spheres, go in a second time. You can let it rest in the fridge first if it hasn't set completely. That way when you double coat it, it's just a little bit thicker, just a little bit stronger as well. Once they're nice and firm, you can let them rest in the fridge for about 15 minutes. Pop them out of their case. I've used 2 different sizes for this. If they have little frilly bits around the edges, just gently cut it off, rotating the chocolate and gently using a knife to cut away that excess. I've transferred them onto a baking sheet and now I'm just dusting them with some edible gold dust. And by baking sheet, what I meant was baking paper. Once you finish dusting all of your chocolates, you're going to have a lot of that residue on the baking paper. Just fold it and empty out all the excess back into the container. In the meantime, I'm going to create my cake. So I have a 5-inch round cake that is twice the height. I'll leave a link in the description box and in the eye icon on how to assemble a cake this tall. It's been crumb coated, and so I'm creating a final thick layer of white frosting. I've used the hybrid buttercream frosting that I normally use. This will be linked in the eye as well. And then gently smooth it out. Doesn't have to be perfect because I am going to go in again with a comb. This is one of our newest combs and can be found on rosiesdessertspot.com. It is the super thick stripe comb. Go around until it's nice and smooth. Fill in any areas if you need to, so those raised areas. The indented areas doesn't really matter, even if it shows through to your crumb coat. Doesn't matter at all because we are going to fill that in completely. Bring that lip of frosting to the center. And then let your cake rest in the freezer for about 20 minutes. Even up to an hour would be awesome. We basically want that section of the frosting to be really set. Fill in with your desired color. I've got a piping bag filled with some yellow buttercream frosting, and I'm just smoothing it out again. The more you go around, the better it'll scrape off the excess. You could warm up your spatula as well as you're going around just to make it a bit easier. Pop it into the fridge to set, and now we're going to create that tinsel effect that we had before. So I'm creating a raised rounded section with green. Good idea to start with green because the tinsel is going to be green. So as you're piping on with the grass tip, if you see through, it doesn't really matter because the background will be green anyway. So it's a lot more camouflage this way. Cover the whole strip with the fir tip. It's a good idea to apply your chocolates while the the fur or the tinsel is still wet, so you don't let it sit in the fridge, you just go straight on with your chocolate spheres. Arrange them however you like, and we've got a big one at the top, bottom, and then I'm filling in with the little ones here and there. I felt like something was still missing, so I took out some red fondant, rolled it about 2 millimeters thick, and then cut thin strips. Make sure that they're rectangular and the same size, and then moisten one side, fold it in half, and create an M shape with the tip. This will create an indent in your bow and just makes it look a little bit more realistic. Do the same for the other side, and then stick those together with a little bit of water. I've got a thin strip here, and I'm going to adhere it all the way around so it hides the middle section where the two meet. That's a very easy way to make some tiny little bows. You could insert something round like a toothpick or a chopstick or the end of your brush just to open up that bow a little bit more. Apply it onto your cake while the wreath or the tinsel is still not set, or you could add some buttercream at the back of your bows and stick them on that way as well. And you're done! I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and give it a go. If you do, hashtag Rosie's Dessert Spot so I can see your awesome creations as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.